Let me share with you one of the tougher things to do as a leader. It's to allow people to go through a process of critically thinking and making mistakes and figuring stuff out on their own. If somebody comes to you, an employee, and they have a challenge or something that they're going through, one of the mistakes that I made and I see a lot of leaders make is the employee starts to tell you the problem. Well, the first mistake actually I see is that a lot of times the leader just ends up interrupting them and thinking they know exactly where they're going with it. And they're like, oh, I know where you're going with this. Here's exactly what you should do. That's a bad thing because a lot of times that employee is going to walk out more confused than ever. And they're going to be upset because A, you interrupted them and you didn't actually let them speak. And two, they still don't know what to do because you didn't give them a solution. But what also happens is if you go in, even if you do let them speak and they tell you everything and then you still give them the solution and you don't ask them a lot of other questions, you're taking away that employee's ability, really your community together, to critically think through the process of doing something. Remember, you might know the answer really easily because maybe you've done it for a decade. But guess what? That other person hasn't done it for a decade. They haven't failed through it. They haven't had to think their way through it. So you might think that you're adding value just giving them the answer, but the problem is you're stripping them and ripping away the ability for them to learn what you learned during that decade. So with mission critical things, I understand obviously sometimes you really just do need to give people the right answer, but almost all the time, most of the time I'd say, there's a process you can work through together to allow them to develop that same muscle memory and the ability to work through problems that you learned. So don't take that ability away from them.